How would you like to replace your fear with faith? Hi there, I'm Diane Forster, and I'm the founder of I Have Today, and welcome to our show. This is one episode in a 6-part series that we are doing. It's a special edition called Change Your Language, Change Your Life. And can you imagine having a life where you no longer are feeling fear, or for at least for any extended period of time, because you've actually replaced your fear with faith? How cool would that be? Well, who I am and what I do is I'm an intentional living expert and a reinvention specialist, and I am a mindset and manifestation mentor, and I really help people to live intentionally with passion and purpose, the I Have Today way. And a part of that is my mastery in law of attraction work. And one of the things that I discovered was that while I was a masterful manifester, there were certain things in my life that I wasn't manifesting as fast as I'd like to, and I wondered why. And so I found out that the missing ingredient, the key ingredient, was language. Language, words, the words we use. Our words are so incredibly powerful, which is why I wanted to do this 6-part series to give you the top 6 words that you need to remove from your vocabulary in order to start manifesting and attracting more of the things that you want and truly living a more happier, fulfilling life. So, in the first episode of the series, we did Replace Your Worry with Wonder. So if you'd like to catch that, please go to my channel at I Have Today with Diane Forster on YouTube and hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so you can get alerted about new episodes. And then also feel free to subscribe to my podcast, also called I Have Today with Diane Forster. So you can find other episodes there, amazing stuff. Lots of guests, solo shows, and a lot of work around this, reinventing your life, living intentionally, living the I Have Today way, with a lot of emphasis on law of attraction. So what I want to share with you today is how you can really replace your fear with faith. And is that even possible? And I'm here to tell you that it absolutely is, because when you understand the way your thoughts create the way you're feeling, which is creating the way you're communicating, which is responsible for what's showing up in your life, your manifestations and your outcomes, you're going to start to pay a whole lot more attention to the way you speak. And what I've noticed in my coaching business with clients all the time, I can hear what they're saying and why they're stuck in the patterns that they're stuck in. They say things like, oh, well, it's really hard, or, I can't do that, or I'm not ready, or that's for some people, it's not me, or if they're looking to date somebody, all the good men are gone, or my husband and I will never see eye to eye, we're just like oil and water, like all these crazy limiting belief things that they're saying all the time. And the thing is, what we're speaking about is what we're attracting. So I picked fear as one of those top 6 words because I know how deep the level of fear is for so many people. I see it with all my clients. Fear of getting sick, fear of losing their jobs, fear of losing their money, fear of something bad happening to their kids, or fear of losing their job, or whatever the fears are. Lots of fear around there. And the acronym for fear is false evidence appearing real. So what you're doing when you're in fear is you are putting projected worry into your future, and you're not living in your today and in your now. And so when you think about the word worry and the word fear, these are things that when you think about it and break it down, how much of this stuff really happens anyway? Why are we living with this word and this emotion? We don't need to. And if you're here watching this show today, I want you to think back about that. How many times you've been afraid and living in fear in your life, and what you were afraid of, did it come true or not come true? I'm going to say most of the times it didn't. But if it did, then you attracted it. I'm sorry, we are all powerful beings, and we are completely in control and responsible for what's showing up in our life. And whatever you give attention to, that's what you're getting, because the law of attraction only works in a receiving and allowing way and an attracting way. So if you're putting it out there, it's coming back around. I wrote a blog once about the boomerang effect. Whatever you're putting out is coming back around to you. So you want to be really cognizant about what you're feeling fear about and the way you're communicating about your fear. So I want to share a couple things with you about what's going on in your mind, your subconscious mind. So we have our mind, right? We have 10% of it is conscious, while 90% of it is subconscious. So the 10% is 40 thoughts per second. That's what's going on in our conscious awareness, our conscious mind, things you got to do. The list is just going, and it's 40 thoughts, 40 thoughts, 40 thoughts. It's constantly going. Well, what's going on in the subconscious mind is 40 million bits per second. So much is going on, and it's all the subconscious mind's role and job is really just to collect data. It's been collecting data since in utero. And it's gotten most of the limiting beliefs, your emotions, your feelings, those memories. The negative imprints that have come in happened by the time you were 8 years old. 70 to 80% of them happened there. So you weren't really even consciously aware. You were just taking them in. So there's a lot going on in there. But what we want to do is we want to take what's happening in the subconscious mind and bring it up to the conscious level, create the awareness of it so we can get rid of it. So if you start paying attention to where you're feeling fear and speaking about fear in your life, and you turn it around so that you're focusing more on faith and trust, and that everything's going to be okay, and literally do that subtle pivot, a little pivot moving from one direction just like that, and moment by moment choices in your life on a daily basis, and then the next day, and then the next day, and then next week, next month, next quarter, next year, is going to have this profound positive trajectory on your life. Just subtle shifts like this. So what if you decided that every time you started to feel fear about something, you replaced it with faith? I don't know really why I'm feeling fear about this, but I'm deciding right now, and I'm choosing to have faith. I'm choosing that I can step over the line of fear into faith and trust, and knowing that the universe has my back, that things are always working out for me, that I am a magnetic attractor to anything and everything that I'm focused on. There's nothing I can't be, do, or have, and anything less than that is just a limiting belief, and it's a lie that I tell myself. That's all that is. And if you could just pivot that around and catch yourself when you're feeling fear and speaking about fear, and switch it over to faith, you are going to start seeing more and more miracles start showing up in your life. You're going to start manifesting more. So let me tell you an example of stepping over from fear to faith for me. I moved from Chicago to San Diego to totally reinvent my life, and walked away from everything that I knew, everything that was in my life. I sold my house, I quit my corporate job at ABC for 20 years, got my kids off to college, got rid of everything I owned except for my clothes, and moved from Chicago to San Diego to reinvent my life. And I cannot tell you, I had the intention that I wanted an extraordinary life, and I wasn't going to allow fear to stop me. I had faith that everything was going to be okay. I realized, well, I've had a roof over my head and slept in a bed and never missed a meal in my life. Why should I focus any energy on fear? Because I don't want to attract things that I might be afraid of. I wanted to have faith and trust that the light and the pathway would be lit up for me. And it has. And let me tell you, there were bumps and roadblocks and all kinds of obstacles and things along the way. It's just part of the journey. But having faith instead of fear, that I would figure it out and I would find the path and I would find the way. And I'm telling you, it's been an extraordinary ride creating I Have Today. And we've done so much and created so much already with so much more to come. And so that's just an example of, what are you living in fear about that you're staying stuck in because it's the devil you know versus the devil you don't know? Because if you're staying in a relationship with somebody because of fear of, how can I get out of this? What am I going to do financially? How am I going to live? How is that going to work with the kids, or whatever that scenario is? You are wasting your precious today. And this is all you have. You don't know that you're going to wake up tomorrow. You're not guaranteed it. And I'm telling you, 151,000 people didn't wake up today. So don't live in fear. Have faith and trust. Tap into relationships and resources that can help you. And ask yourself the question, if I didn't have fear and I had faith that I was going to be okay, in fact, I'm going to be better than okay because I'm getting out of this relationship that's not serving me, or this job that's not serving me, or whatever that is for you, and had faith instead and started asking yourself questions like that were more positive, empowering questions, the universe would bring you the resources, the money, the people, the experiences, the conditions. They would just start showing up for you. It's so fantastic the way this works. So that's what I want to encourage you to do. And you need to know that the law of attraction is always, always on. It never shuts off, just like law of gravity, right? And whatever it is you're focusing on and thinking about, you're instantly manifesting it. It's like the energy field. It opens and closes. And so if you think also about think about your head and your mind, your brain, of what's going on, and imagine it's like this radio tower emitting these frequencies, because that's what's happening. So it's there, and then you start speaking about it, and you just keep getting more and more of it. And so you want to be cognizant about the fact that that's never, ever, ever off. So if you're focusing about fear and you're speaking about fear, you're going to get more things to be fearful of. So I want to share a free gift with you that will help you understand the transition from fear to faith based on my own journey, and maybe there'll be something in there that speaks to you, by offering you a free chapter of my book, I Have Today, Find Your Passion, Purpose, and Smile Finally. So go there to get your free chapter of my story, to hear how I totally reinvented my life and stepped over the line from fear to faith. So don't let fear stop you in your life. Put that word to rest, like erase it out of your vocabulary and replace it with faith. Anytime you start to hear yourself saying something that's a fearful thought, catch it in that moment and go, wait a minute, is this what I want? Or is this just a limiting belief? Is this one of those lies that I tell myself, that I need to be afraid, I need to be fearful about this? Or can I choose a more empowering thought? I can go the opposite way of what I really want. Because that is your power and that is your choice. And that's how you live intentionally. Every single day, it's in the moment by moment by moment decisions that you make. So this is Diane Forster. Please catch us on social media at Diane Forster Official. And please, again, subscribe, rate, and review at our YouTube channel and at iTunes. I Have Today with Diane Forster. And I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.